Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Aquarius March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, first thing up is as far as March goes, the Sun will be in Pisces from the 1st until the 20th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on money, monetary matters in general, income, values, resources, possession, self-worth, self-esteem, income generated. This could be also looking at this, given that this is Pisces energy, well, this could be done, gone about really with a lot of idealism, a lot of altruism and compassion, self-sacrifice, and self-sacrifice especially perhaps in matters with one's possessions and resources and income at this time. When you're talking about Pisces energy is very non-materialistic. So this is a time where you're not really so much, you could be focused on generating income, doing something Pisces related, such as something with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, photography, chemistry, etc. But at the same time, you're really not, it's not like a sign where it's really overly concerned with as far as abundance of income goes, if you understand what I'm saying. There might be some the concentration of energy and focus and attention on making money, but at the same time, it's not as strong as, say, if the Sun was in Taurus. At least that's how I see it as an example. Now, anyway, and also too, in some cases, this could be something where this could really shine the light, so to speak, on Pisces like possession. If you had been looking for something that was that could be Pisces related, such as something with photography, like a camera, if you had a chemistry set or something, and maybe a part of that, something that could be Pisces related. Could be a poetry book or a dancing show, something again that could be Pisces related, or something with the metaphysical, which could include astrology. So anyway, the next thing about this, as far as March goes, the Sun will be in Aries from the 20th until the 31st. So the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on communication, assimilating information, siblings, cousins, neighbors, short journeys, local transportation, one's early education. It could be people that were prominent in one's early education, rational thinking. Now, given that this is Aries energy, a lot of these third house matters may be done with a lot of aggression, a lot of assertive energy, very forceful energy, and a lot of fortitude and courage. It could be a situation with a neighbor or a cousin or sibling where you're showing a lot of courage and focusing on a lot of courage and fortitude in matters connected with them. It could be something where you're in a situation where you have to be somewhat confrontational or stand up for them in some cases. In some cases, too, this could manifest perhaps in focusing on perhaps a contentious situation with a third house matter or person, depending on a lot of it, of course, could be predicated and dependent on aspects. If there's other things that reaffirm this, such as maybe if it makes an adverse aspect, say, to your natal Mars, that could reinforce that that propensity perhaps for that. And also too, in some cases, a way this could, you could say this might pan out, this could, and again, this could be about shining the light, so to speak, on a contentious situation with a third house person or thing at this or I should say third house person at this point in time. And also, too, Aries energy could be very aggressive and impatient. So if you're doing something as far as, say, communications, you're doing a writing about something, just make sure that you're not just rushing it just to get something completed, and that you have everything, your information is thorough in it, etc. So anyway. Now, the next thing up, there will be a new moon in Pisces on March 6th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this could manifest in a multitude of ways, of course. One way this may pan out, this could be a new Pisces income, or a new way. It could be something like a job you may start in terms of making money, and it could be something Pisces related, such as something with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, poetry, dancing, working as an anesthesiologist, something with photography, chemistry, pharmaceutical work, doing something as a drug addiction counselor, perhaps anything that could be Pisces related. Now, also too, this could also be about really incorporating more altruism, self-sacrifice, and compassion, more so than usual, in philanthropy in your value system at this time. And also, this could be a start of greater idealism in terms of doing things that might impact your self-esteem and self-worth, whether it's exercising or doing some vigorous workouts, something that might make you feel better about yourself. And anyway, second house too is also about possessions. This could simply be a time where you decide to buy something Pisces related. At this time, it could be something connected with the metaphysical, which could include astrology. It could be like a poet. Another thing could be, example, poetry books, something with photography or filmography, videography, such as a video camera, or just a regular, like a digital camera, perhaps something that could be anything that could be Pisces related, something with illusions, such as like a magic kit, or like some magic set, anything that could be Pisces related. And this could also be a time too where you might perhaps connect with a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant, or one that embodies Pisces-like characteristics that could have an impact on your income, your self-esteem, your self-worth, and perhaps your values at this time as well. So those are some ways as far as this could pan out. So anyway, well, the next thing up is there will be a full moon in Libra on March 20th. So the ninth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could be about the end of like a Libra college course, such as completion or culmination of it, such as something with graphic art, or any kind of art, such as something with drawing, painting, or sculpting, or legal. Maybe a legal course, something connected with the law, or becoming an attorney, paralegal, or bailiff, or judge, anything that could be associated with the law. And anyway, and it could also be, this could be a time too where, when you're talking about a full moon astrology, it could be about a time where one becomes exasperated, full, or have had enough, become tired of something. And this could be a time where you might become exasperated, tired, full, so to speak, of perhaps an in-law or grandchild that might be showing some kind of superficial charm, or being overly ambivalent, or it could be somebody else, ninth house related, somebody, say, that just might be ingratiating themselves in some religious congregation just in order to get in, just for their own popularity, and really not in it for the right reasons. Or it could be something too where maybe at this time you're tired of something that was perhaps maybe unfair, or not just, it really, or really was not something that was not equitable as far as how you saw things or perceived it, in connection with somebody ninth house related. Could be somebody that you might know at a college, university, somebody that could be at a religious congregation, could be an in-law, a grandchild, a foreigner, somebody you meet through traveling abroad perhaps. In some cases too, this could be about reaching some kind of legal agreement or some kind of legal settlement that could be ninth house related. It could be a matter with an in-law, with a grandchild. Maybe it was something over a publishing matter in some cases. Something that could be ninth house really could be over somebody that you might know at some religious congregation. It could be somebody that may be a foreigner. So anyway, and also too, this could be about a time too where you might also have a reconciliation or compromise or negotiation that is completed with a ninth house person, or it could be something where you get something published that is completed and published that is Libra related, such as something with graphics art or something about relationships or about compromise and reconciliation, and maybe something with love, or it could be romance or something associated with graphic art or just art in general. So or something with beauty, or something that's things that are aesthetic, or could be something associated with decorating. But anyway, hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. Anyway, next thing up, Mercury will be in Pisces, so the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, you might experience some ambiguous and cryptic communications, perhaps with somebody that you generate income with. It could be just communications with anyone you may know well that might have an impact on your self-esteem and self-worth. And how does that, I can elaborate on that a little bit more. Well, it could be something, Mercury and Pisces energy, and it's going to be retrograde for the majority of this month as well, but when Mercury's in Pisces, and especially retrograde, I see this as where things can get misconstrued very easily, and somebody could say something, make an unintentional slight. You might interpret it wrong. It might be a general statement as an example, and you might take it the wrong way, and maybe it somehow affects your self-worth and self-esteem. Also, too, as I've talked about previously, now, Mercury is more than just about communications. Of course, it could be about other things as well. Another thing Mercury is about is neighbors, is associated with neighbors. And it's interesting because I had a friend recently that she had this transit. It was in her Mercury and Pisces. Transit Mercury and Pisces was in her second house. And what happened was there was a little bit of a flooding situation going on from a neighbor. And it was odd because Pisces was at 29 degrees, and it's near, of course, by that fixed star sheet at the time, and it's at a critical degree. So you get the idea. It could be where when you have Mercury in Pisces, and this could be a time where there's more, where you could have a situation like that, a greater propensity of that, something like I described from a neighbor. As an example, and what happens is the fact it was in her second house, it could have made her more susceptible to having possessions damaged due to that flooding. So in that water running. So that is something to look at and to be extra careful with at this time. And remember that Mercury is also about our short journeys, and the second house is about our possessions. So if you're driving at a time and you're in a flooding condition, it could have, there's a greater propensity for it to have an impact on your car, because of course a car is your possession. So important to be careful at this time. Now, the thing about it too, and also it's about siblings as well, Mercury. This could be a time where Pisces siblings, it could be Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Pisces-like characteristics, might have a stronger impact on your self-esteem, your self-worth, your monetary situation, your possessions, and your resources, more so than usual. But and depending on whether it's to your detriment or it's beneficial to you, a lot of that could be predicated and dependent on aspects that this makes to points in your chart. If it makes an adverse aspect, say to your natal Venus, then that could be something where it might be more where they might be more to your detriment as far as your say your possessions go, your money at this time, or even if it makes an adverse aspect to your second house ruler, that may be the case as well. Now also too, and also be very careful regarding thieves at this time, because Mercury is also associated with thieves. And when you're talking about Pisces, I mean, these could be Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant thieves, or ones that embody Pisces-like characteristics. They could be very duplicitous, deceptive, put on a good facade and camouflage. And you're talking about the second house as well. So this could have a very strong impact on your possessions, your resources, your money. So it's important to be careful at this time, more so than usual. And also, given it's going to be retrograde for the majority of the month, it could be a time where you could be reviewing what is unrealistic, what's idealistic regarding what you're valuing at this time, and the possessions you have, in ways that you're attempting perhaps to generate income at this time. So, and also, I mean, anyway, well, next thing I want to get at is that Venus will be in Aquarius as far as March goes, from the 1st until the 26th. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, you may be more inclined to spend money on yourself. They could be for Aquarius things such as computers, electronic items, even maybe model rocket in some cases. It could be perhaps some new technology, anything that could be Aquarius related. And it could also be too, I mean, telescopes, something that's connected with astronomy. Now also too, you might find yourself being more wanting to give more attractive first impression at this time, and maybe making your appearance somewhat unusual or unorthodox. And you might at this time too value your own Aquarius-like attributes more so at this time than usual, and people could readily see this since we're talking about first house energy, such as eccentric, eclectic qualities, unconventional qualities, very perhaps even ingenious qualities as well, humanitarianism, being very considerate, and it's about more self-love at this time for yourself and your Aquarius characteristics. So anyway, and it might be a time too, if you're unattached at this time, Aquarius, this could be a time where you might actually wind up connecting with an Aquarius Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply one that embodies Aquarius-like characteristics, and might be somebody that you might have been prominent in your early childhood. So anyway, and you might find yourself coming into more money, and it could be more very unpredictably as well, since this is Aquarius energy, and it could be doing something Aquarius related, such as doing some innovation, something with computers, electronics, astrology, astronomy, aerospace, anything that could be Aquarius related, information technology. Anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Pisces as far as March goes, from the 26th until the 31st. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, you may find yourself perhaps connecting with it could be, I mean, if you're unattached this time, Aquarius, perhaps somebody at the place you generate income with. It might be, you might connect with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or one that embodies those characteristics. Could be somebody that has a strong impact on your self-worth, your self-esteem, maybe even your possessions and monetary situation. Now, it could also be a time, too, where you might find yourself purchasing more Pisces type items, and they could be things that you value, and it could be done in an attempt also because you're accumulating possessions. They could be items with the metaphysical or something with spirituality. Could be something like something with photography, such as a camera, or just filmography in general. Could be a video camera. Anything that could be Pisces related, something connected with illusion, such as Magic Kid, or anyway. But at the same time too, since we're talking about Venus and the second house in Pisces energy. This could be, some cases it could manifest an unrealistic spending, and it could be where you might show more self-sacrifice monetarily, but of course that could, obviously that's going to impact it could impact the income situation as well, but it's something that you may value at this time as well. Guard against perhaps we're talking about Venus and Pisces. This could be a time where people collectively can be more susceptible to financial fraud and deception and illusion, and also, I mean, and then you got this in your, you got this in the second house as well. And also, I mean, it's important to guard against get-rich-quick schemes as a way to perhaps generate income. And it could be a time too where you have, I mean, you're talking about Venus and Pisces and the second house, and of course this could be a time where you might find out, I mean, it could be a period, depending on aspects that are made, that you might be more susceptible again to some kind of financial fraud or deception, some con artists. And I mean, again, a lot of this could be predicated, you know, on aspects that are going on in your chart. I mean, let's say that transit Neptune is making an adverse aspect to your natal Venus. This could give a greater propensity for succumbing to some kind of financial deception at this time. Or let's say, I mean, that maybe even if this is making an adverse aspect to your natal Neptune, that could be another example right there, I would think. So those are some things to look at this time. And it could be that in some cases that I mean, you're looking at this as well. I mean, this is about true, like what one may enjoy at this time. This could be about enjoying Pisces things, like such as the metaphysical, which can include astrology, something, say poetry, dancing, photography, chemistry, something anything that could be dancing, anything that could be Pisces related, and it could be something that you value at this point in time as well, given that we're talking about the second house, and it might be ways you make money as well. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Aquarius March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Aquarius March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person astrologically speaking based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.